Let's take a look at the health implications. Sanitation and health. Diarrhea remains a major killer but is largely preventable. Better water, sanitation, and hygiene could prevent the death of 297,000 children aged under 5 years each year. Benefits of improving sanitation. Reducing the spread of intestinal worms, cytomycosis, and trachoma, which are neglected tropical diseases that cause suffering for millions. Reducing the severity and impact of malnutrition. Promoting dignity and boosting safety, particularly among women and girls. Promoting school attendance. Girls' school attendance is particularly boosted by the provision of separate sanitary facilities and potential recovery of water, renewable energy, and nutrients from fossil waste. Challenges. Wastewater is increasingly seen as a resource providing reliable water and nutrients for food production to feed growing urban populations. Yet, this requires management practices that ensure wastewater is sufficiently treated and safely reused, institutional oversight and regulation, and public education campaigns to inform people about wastewater use. Health implications of personal hygiene, body odor. Body smells are caused by a number of factors working in combination, including chemical in sweat, including pheromones, which are made by the body and sexually attract or repel other people. Waste excreted through the skin, such as metabolized alcohol. The actions of bacteria that live on the skin and feed on dead skin cells and sweat. Unwashed clothes, such as underwear and socks. Hand washing. You should always wash your hands after using the toilet, before making or eating food, after handling dogs or other animals, if you have been around someone who is coughing or has a cold. Personal hygiene for women. Menstruation. Wash your body, including your genital area, in the same way as you always do. Change tampons and sanitary napkins regularly, at least 4 to 5 times a day. Always wash your hands before and after handling a tampon or pad. Cystitis is an infection of the bladder. This is common condition for sexually active young women. Urinating after sexual intercourse can help to flush out any bacteria that may be in the urethra and bladder. Thrush. Some soaps and detergents can irritate the skin of the vagina and make thrush infections more likely. Some people find that they often get thrush when they use antibiotics. Use mild soap and unperfumed toilet paper. Avoid tight synthetic underwear. Try cotton underwear and change regularly. There is the medical treatment for thrush, so talk to your doctor or pharmacist. Personal hygiene for men. A buildup of secretions called smegma can form under the foreskin of uncircumcised men. If you are uncircumcised, gently pull back the foreskin when you have a shower and clean the water. You can use soap if you like, but make sure you rinse it off well. Traveling hygiene. Drink only bottled water. Don't use tap water to clean your teeth. When you wash your hands, make sure they are totally dry before you touch any food. Don't wash fruits or vegetables in unsafe water. If you have no other water source, make sure that the water is boiled before you drink it by holding it at the rolling boil for 1 minute. Make sure any dishes, cups, or other utensils are totally dry after they are washed. Poor sanitation and high population density act as a double whammy on Indian children, half of whom grow up stunted. It is not a coincidence that states with the poorest level of sanitation and highest level of population density such as Bihar, Jharkhand and Madhya Pradesh also have the highest level of child malnutrition in the country. This unhygienic environment is due to India's historic neglect of public health services. The absence of an effective public health network in a densely populated country has resulted in an extraordinarily high disease burden. The importance of public health programs on hygiene and prevention tools. More needs to be done about giving girls the knowledge and facilities necessary for good menstrual hygiene is key to their dignity, privacy, educational achievement, and their health. Adolescent girls are empowered through improved menstrual hygiene management. There need to be awareness campaigns for mothers and caregivers. Hand washing with soap at critical times is important for protecting the health of the whole family. By being a role model, mothers and caregivers can also give instill in their children healthy hygiene practices, which will serve them for life. Health implications of food hygiene. Food preparation in the home. The kitchen itself should be kept clean and waste food disposed of carefully to avoid attracting vermin such as rats and mice that may transmit disease. Keeping food preparation surfaces clean is critical because harmful organisms can grow on these surfaces and contaminate food. Fresh meat should be cooked and eaten on the same day unless it can be stored in a refrigerator. If not, it should be thrown away. Cooked food should be eaten while it is still hot and should not be left to stand at room temperature for long periods of time, since this provides a good environment for pathogens to grow. If food must be stored after cooking, it should be kept covered and in a cool place, such as a refrigerator. If a refrigerator is not available, food can be stored on ice blocks or in a preservative, such as pickling vinegar or salt. Street food vendors. Where street food vendors are legal, they should be regulated by the health authorities. Street vendors should be encouraged to locate close to water points and sanitation facilities where they can keep hands and foot clean. Markets. Markets often represent a health hazard because foodstuffs may not be stored properly and because the markets may lack basic services such as water supply, sanitation, solid waste disposal, and drainage. Ideally, markets should have several taps to provide traders and customers with ready access to safe water for drinking and washing. Traders associations can set up standards for the market, can successfully manage water and sanitation facilities, and can organize the regular waste collection. If markets are held regularly, community members should seek advice and support from local health staff on issues such as setting up an association, establishing trading standards and penalties for contravention, and on lobbying for service provision. As markets grow, the management of services often get easier because the growing number of fees collected provides more income for services.